Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Julie Lee and you can find out more about what I do in the description box below. I also list out the services that I provide, etc. So do get in touch if there's any way that I can help or support you, or if you have any questions, etc. So we're here today to do the channeled guidance for the week, which I used to call the energy reading. So just before we start, just wanted to basically talk a little bit about taking some time out, because as this year is such a big year, there's just a lot happening a lot of the time, and I'll also include a link to the July guidance that I did with my beautiful friend Denise, so that you can hear more about what's happening in the month ahead. But just what I'm hearing and feeling and what's been happening in my own life is just try and take a step away from the noise. So if you feel like things are a bit overwhelming, that you've got a lot going on, or it just somehow there just seems to be this anxiety or buzz happening around you, just take a step away, recenter yourself, and just, even if it's for a day, a week, whatever it is, just to let go of those things that actually, you don't really need to do right now. They're not the absolute priority, because your priority is yourself right now. And it's such a big theme about, stepping into our power and really, acting from that space of love and who we really are. So it's really important not to get drawn into the noise and doing and all that type of stuff, but to really take a step back, and really get centered into yourself. So that's just a beginning message that was coming through. So now let's just go and see what the tarot has to say for us. So what's the message for the week ahead? Message for the week ahead, please. Okay, just lay these out before I talk about them. Okay, so then at the bottom of the deck we've got the Nine of Cups. And yeah, the first thing I get when I see this is, the Nine of Cups, the cups represent our emotions, and 9 is fulfillment and feeling happy. And you can see this guy is feeling quite happy with himself, satisfied, and it's almost what this is saying is it's about the theme. When I look at the card at the bottom of the deck, is about what the theme is. And so the theme is about finding your internal happiness, finding your internal joy. And that's what this week is about, focusing on that. And it goes in hand with what I just mentioned before. How do we really know what makes us happy, what gives us fulfillment, if we don't actually take a step back and let go of those things that really can present noise, distractions to us, but aren't really at the core of who we are. So yeah, the message here is really about finding out what is really going to give you that joy moving forward. Especially when I feel like I'm repeating it quite a lot, but we have been conditioned to believe that certain things provide us with happiness, but it's not true. It might be a momentary distraction when we buy something new, or our lives have changed so much that it's no longer really possible to distract ourselves in the same way. And I think that's, the age that we're in, this age of Aquarius, is about stepping out of, waking up, not sleeping anymore, not blindly sleepwalking and through life, but to actually really get to the core of what it is that we really want. And when you look back at your life when you're 80 or so, what do you hope that you would have experienced? What would you hope that you would have learned and grown, had in your life? So yeah, that's coming through as a clear message. And then the first card that came out was the Chariot. And so Chariot is about forward movement and, making decisions and things like that. So the first thing that came to me was actually, rather than being in this, things will move forward when the time is right, when we actually get clear about what it is that we want. But until that point, it's actually better for you to slow down, better for all of us to slow down and just take a moment to really get clear about what it is that we want. So just trust that things are unfolding and moving forward the way that they're meant to, and that we don't need to push and force things forward, and they will move forward just naturally. And then we've got the Three of Swords, and this actually came out upside down, and I don't always read reversals. It just depends on the message that comes through when I'm reading. But it's almost like this is opportunity for, letting go of that pain, that because basically it's our thoughts and our beliefs that cause us pain, and it's almost time to let those go now. We can stay stuck in our stories about, this is going bad or this person is horrible, but actually it's time to wake up and really look at what is going on, because actually this, there are always things happening outside of us, but they're reflections of what's happening within us. And if we didn't have anything within us that would be triggered by that circumstance, event, situation, then it wouldn't affect us. But when it does, it's a sign that we need to look into that. And it's not about the other person changing, it's about what is it in us that is being triggered. And so it's a real opportunity this week, in order to find your happiness, is to let go of those old stories that keep you stuck in the past, keep you stuck in, believing that actually you can't have what you want, that you have to place more, being in that victim mode. Because the truth is, you're not a victim, and you are a powerful being. And it's just that you may not have, if that's the way you feel sometimes, it's okay, because it's not something that we have been taught, but it's to remember each day that you are really powerful. And we have the Queen of Swords, who is showing us this, because she is powerful, and she's also clear, because the swords represent our thoughts. And you can see, look at her, and she's like, this is the direction I'm going. And so it's almost by slowing down, trusting, letting go of the pain, that the past, the old thoughts and things like that, it'll give us direction, it'll give us clarity, and we'll know which way we need to move forward. But if we don't let go of the pain or the old experiences, then it'll keep us stuck in those emotions, and it won't help us to change our perspective. Because in order to move forward, we have to let go of those things. Otherwise, it's just, how do you make change in your life if you're not willing to let go of the things that don't serve you anymore? And that's something for all of us to remember. So basically, overall, it's very clear, to focus on what you really want, what will give you real joy and happiness. And that means, really working on what the pain points are, where you're being triggered, what are those triggers, and how can you learn and grow from them, and so that you can let them go as an experience that you needed to have in order to be where you are now. And then that will give you the clarity that you need in order to move forward and to get clear about what it is that you really want here, that will give you that happiness and joy. So I hope that resonates and makes sense, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share if you feel like it will benefit others. really want the message to go out there that is empowering and loving, because that's, you know, that's where we need to be now. Yeah, so, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. The more that we can build and grow, the more that we have a community of support and love, which is amazing, or will be amazing as it grows and grows. So thanks so much for listening and watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Sending you lots of love, big hugs, bye bye.